Hi, welcome to Boiling Point. I think it's the 7th episode.
Oh, it's a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
It's like, well, 7 episodes. Today we are going to cover several recent happenings, and one of which is we're having more and more court cases.
Yeah.
About guys who are going for protest and something like that.
That's right. Last week it was the first convictions for rioting because over fishball.
Okay.
And then this week I was in court again, and it was it was for the sentencing of Yeung, who was found guilty of, I think, conspiracy to commit arson or something like that.
Arson.
There was a
rubbish bin.
A rubbish bin
Yeah.
explosion, a small explosion in a rubbish bin at the end of 2015. I think it was after.
Was it just a set of flame or explosion?
I'm not sure. I wasn't in Hong Kong at the time, but I did see online that there had been a big protest that night against what's known as Internet Article 23.
Yeah, it's we need to cover a little bit about like what's the in general what it's about. The Internet 23rd article is actually some copyright laws that they're trying to make, and the problem with that law is they can they easily sue someone who is actually editing or photo retouched others' work, including footages, including pictures, that kind of thing. So the bad part is, for example, if Ben is having he has a picture or something that I am going to use, that I'm using for whatever purposes, and I add something like a caption on it, or do some photo retouch thing, put it up on Facebook, and even if Ben doesn't think there's any problem about it, the government can actually sue me for using his material. So it's like me violating some kind of copyright. But of course, they're actually twisting the whole concept and make it like actually a tool for tighter control of the freedom of speech.
Online. Yeah. So I think after that protest, there was a small explosion in a rubbish bin, and the police eventually accused Yeung of being involved, and he was sentenced to 2 years in jail.
2 years.
And I was in the court, and just like last week, there were many people upset and visibly distressed, crying, etc. And in the courtroom, there were the supporters of Joe included several people from the student unions of the university, Hong Kong University, Chinese University, Baptist, and City University. I mean, and that's just the people that I recognized. There were probably others as well.
It seems that they're having more and more these kind of cases.
Yes.
It's like they're not sending those people to the courts like immediately after they have committed or
Accused.
after being accused. And it seems that every time when something big is about to happen, they're always digging up all these old cases and keep accusing the people, the active people. It's like seems that it's like some kind of tactics they're doing to oppress the freedom of speech.
And yeah, these young people. And next week it's I think Billy Fung in court. I think for the alleged criminal intimidation of.
Criminal intimidation?
That's the charge. Oh, that's the accusation.
So who did he intimidate?
Arthur Lee, right? The Hong Kong University Council chairman, is he?
It's like seems that this like an endless waves after waves of cases.
And there was our friend Chapman actually was also at the court and he had a sign. Operator, can you please show pick number 1?
Thank you.
Yeah,
and this is Chapman raising his sign at the courts, right?
Yes. I think it means it's actually from the early Republican era, a writer, and it's a couplet, and it says something like sadness and crying has no use. All the righteous patriots berate the dictator.
Yeah, and there's something about Chapman's writing. It's like he's doing it in a traditional way. It's reading from the right to the left instead. But anyway, when he mentioned it this time, when he mentioned the tyrants, he's actually using a metaphor of the Qin dynasty, the very first emperor of China. And what's special about these tyrants is he actually buried hundreds and thousands of scholars alive just because they opposed what he's been doing. And he was trying to do was to unify or to make, back in the old time, back in the ancient China time, there was all these different dialects, all these different kinds of writings when it comes to characters. He was the tyrant who made laws, which was like if you're not writing the way I demanded you to write, then you're going to be sent to jail or whatever it is. So
that sounds very similar to what's happening today with the Chinese nation building across the PRC.
It's a total destruction of those conquered people. It's like they're destroying their culture, the languages, the culture, everything.
Colonization. One of the people in the court was Ernie Zhao, who just finished. Who just finished a year as the president of the student union at Chinese University, and he was one of the people who was visibly upset. And I'm told that Joe and Ernie were very close. And in later that day, Ernie changed his Facebook profile photo to a photo of Joe. Operator, can you please show pic number 2? Yeah.
So he changed his picture to the profile picture to that of Joe Yeung.
Yeah.
Showing some.
Do you want to
some support?
Translate the caption, Julian?
I can translate. It goes like, "Let us get a shit together, and and for these couple of years, for a couple of years in the future, we have to endure, and we have to continue, and we have to do his job, although he's being sent to prison, and as long as he, Zhou Yeung, has not regained his freedom, then I'm not going to give up. Because I don't have the freedom to give up. It's kind of linked his own freedom to Zhou Yeung's.
Right. Thanks.
So that's kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what a good leader do. I think although he's not getting accused, he's not being persecuted in the same manner, but his destiny is linked with Zhou Yeung's.
Yeah.
So that's some. There's a depressing pieces of news number 2.
Yeah.
And we are having actually another one, but this time it's about Wan Qin is one of the supposed to be leader of the localist movements.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, this follows on from last week's show when we were talking about when we interviewed Amelia, and she told us about the
online bullying.
The online bullying that she had suffered, and I guess it's because she's what's known as a key opinion leader.
Leader, yeah.
Yeah.
KOL in short.
I think the key opinion leaders are the people who are seen as localist or pro-independence, but not part of Qin Wan's camp, right?
Well, roughly it is like that, but basically it's when it comes to online stuff, when you have a Facebook account and when you have like 1,000 followers, then you're considered to be one of the key opinion leader.
Right. Operator, can you please show pic 3? Here's Qin Wan's Facebook post, basically saying that, well...
You want me to translate?
Sure, thank you.
Right, so Qin Wan said the direction of the Hong Kong independence movement. He said that
He said it comes from America.
Yeah, he said that the Hong Kong independence movement. I mean, the theories. In Wan Qin's opinion, it's originated from the USA. He's now blaming the US for actually providing the theories or the philosophies or the principles for the Hong Kong independent movement, and he regarded that as poison. And he said, as for the development, as for the expansion, the post-democrats the post-democrats, pan-democrats, and the communists in Hong Kong. He said they are all actually responsible for that. They're kind of related, and in his opinion, he said that it's
their main goal is to destroy.
To destroy the localist movements.
Well, he calls it the city-state faction and the localist movement. Yeah.
And well, although that's after years of the pan-democrats trying to build up all these democratic China thing, all these universal
universal values
for 30 years, in his opinion, they cannot actually make any significant difference. So they need so that's why they need the support of the Hong Kong independence movement. And in his opinion, he said that all these supports are actually come from the original supporters of the
his camp, the city-state camp.
of his camp, of the city-states camp, and all these KOLs, all these key opinion leaders, and they're responsible for actually draining,
taking away the supporters,
taking over all their supporters.
Do you think there's an element of truth in that? Like, it seems that a lot of the
I don't think there is any single bit of truth in this, because if the USA is actually funding the Hong Kong independence movement, then they won't be they won't be having all these financial difficulties, and they won't be having a lack of media coverage.
Right.
So that's some really false accusations, and I totally understand why he actually accused them. Actually making up all these relations, because he himself, as we have all known, that he's now currently unemployed. He's not having a job. His university fired him, and he has also lost in the previous legislative council election. So that's why he's in a really unfavorable position, and he's really afraid of losing influences, because his own supporters are really actually really resentful. They're really frustrated of it's like we put lots of all our faith in you, and why you're still not winning. So that's why he's really afraid of losing all these supporters. And there are more to this, actually. And he's actually giving directions to his supporters. And point one, he said, we have to uphold or be really
continue with
to insist what his book, his writings about
city-state theory.
He said it's more actionable, more practical,
feasible.
All the way to the end, comparing with the theories of the Hong Kong independence movement. And the second point is that's really something ridiculous, in my opinion, because the second point is Wan Chin is actually telling his followers to expel all these key opinion leaders. He's asking his supporters to boycott all their web shows, all their medias, all their postings, and
not allow them.
He's not allowing the key opinion leaders to further drain their supporters away, and he's it's really interesting that he thought the key opinion leaders can never get supporters from the pan-democrats. So they have to get
take the supporters from city-state.
From city-states, and he thinks that the KOLs are not capable of posting things that is about the cultural things, which is the backbone of their theories, and blah 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 blah. And basically is trying to make the KOLs wither.
Basically it sounds like he's saying continue the cyberbullying of the KOL.
We have already seen they've motivated people trying to actually affect their real life businesses. 判菜認字.
Oh right, okay.
And it's just a continuation of the same shit.
We heard all about it from Emilia last week.
So it seems that they're running out of tricks. It's like one-trick pony stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, I mean, if you're losing, you have to work hard to gain more support instead of doing this kind of shit.
You're a KOL online, aren't you? You've got.
I'm not yet. I haven't got thousands.
Okay.
Just
pretty close.
Yeah, 100 away, I think. But that's just doesn't worth mentioning. So that's all for the for part 1 of this episode. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we're going to talk with the students.
Got some guests.
Yeah, we've got some guests. Okay, some students from the Chinese University who participated in the election, a very interesting election. So yeah, I think you might have to subscribe to see it, but anyway, we'll see you there.
Subscribe.
Bye.
經錯過我哋精彩嘅節目，而家上嚟呢個網址就可以訂閱晒我哋8大頻道，付費之後仲可以重溫晒所有精彩嘅節目。記得要訂閱我哋嘅 YouTube channel 同埋讚好我哋嘅 Facebook 專頁啊！